Hello YouTube and welcome to today's guide for the new exotic sidearm Traveler's Chosen. I'm going to go over each step of the quest to show you where and how to complete them. This quest is pretty simple and can be done in just about 2 hours solo and possibly faster if you have a fire team at the ready, so I suggest you do that and get a team going. I'm also going to separate the steps by planet and we'll have each section timestamped to follow suit. Now let's get started. First, to start the quest, you must speak to Zavala at the tower, who will tell you about the plan to evacuate the planets and request that you speak with the Vanguard members across the various planets that are going away after this season. So first, let's head over to Io. Speak with Asher Mir and he will ask you to head over to the Lost Sector Sanctum of Bones and complete 3 tasks. You must defeat Taken, defeat a special Taken phalanx at the end of the Lost Sector, and also open the Lost Sector's chest. Once you've completed that, the next step will be to go to complete the Paramedium strike. For this, you could just go to a regular one on the director and launch. One thing to keep in mind is if you have any quests that involve specialty versions of strikes or heroic missions, they will count towards the progress, but they will be a little bit more difficult. Inside the Paramedium strike, you must defeat Vex and also finish the strike. Once you've completed that, the next step will be to complete the heroic adventure on Io, which you can access from the director or your map by simply launching from there. And once this is completed, return to Asher Mir and he will give you a reward. And then next, you must head over to Titan. When you arrive to Titan, go speak to Sloan to progress to the next step, where she asks you to complete 2 things. 1, go to the Lost Sector Methane Flush and defeat a large knight, as well as loot the Lost Sector chest at the end of it. After you've completed this, the next will be to go to the rig and head into the Solarium, which is the place where you enter the Savathun strike. And you must open 3 chests. The first chest is in the center of the Solarium that appears after you defeat the knight in the center of the area. The next is in the Festering Halls, which you need to head right from the center of the Solarium into the double doors. Once you proceeded further in, you'll see an ogre. Defeat that ogre and the second chest will spawn. Continue on from here and up the stairs and deeper in, and you will reach an ogre that will spawn the final chest once defeated. Once all chests are located, the next step will ask you to complete the Savathun strike. You can load up the basic strike on the map and get this step done in one go. Once again, if you have a quest with the specialty version of the strike, it will count towards progress. Inside the strike, you must complete the following tasks: defeat knights, wizards, and ogres. You also must finish the strike. I like to point out that when you reach the boss room, don't kill the boss too fast or you have to repeat the strike or go to a Lost Sector and farm the enemies. If you choose the Lost Sector route, I would suggest the Cargo Bay 3 located on the rig. You can go to the end and farm the 2 knights and then go back out, reset, and continue on. Once this is all said and done, you return to Sloan and progress towards the next step, which is to return to Zavala, and after you collect your reward from Zavala, he sends you to Mercury to speak to Brother Vance. On Mercury, Brother Vance has a few tasks for you as well, repeating the same cycle as before. First, he wants you to do 2 things: complete the strike Garden World and collect timeline fractures by defeating Hydras, Minotaurs, and Cyclopses. This all can be done within that same 1 strike. Once you've completed that, he will have you go into the second strike for Mercury, which is Tree of Probabilities, and collect traces of Osiris. Complete that, and then the next step he will have you complete the Bug in the System heroic adventure, which can be launched from the map. And after you're done that, return to Brother Vance, receive your rewards, and then head over to Mars and the final destination. Once on Mars, go over to speak to Anna Bray, and the first thing she asks you to do is to investigate the mine lab located at the back of the Braytech facility. You can follow along on the screen to find the exact spot. She'll have you investigate and collect that data. Once you grab the data, the next step will ask you to collect 5 Rasputin frame pieces. This requires you to defeat bosses during the escalation protocol activity. This step may take some time, but you have a few options you can do. You can easily do level 1 repeatedly and obtain the frames that way, or you could get a group together and complete multiple levels of the escalation protocol, or just farm level 1, whichever your choice is. Having a group though will make it go faster. I got lucky enough to have a group in the public space already, so I lucked out there. That may vary. If you don't do this quest early on right now, it may be harder later to complete this step. Once you collect those frames, the final objective is to complete the heroic adventure on Mars, Deathly Tremor. You can launch this from the map just like the others, and once you're done with this, return to Anna and collect your reward. Finally, return to Zavala at the tower and collect your new exotic Traveler's Chosen. Thoughts on this sidearm? At first glance, I immediately thought, what could I do with this in PvP because of its unique perk, Gathering Light, which grants back any melee, grenade, and class ability energy depending on your stacks. It gives you a certain amount back. It's definitely a unique perk, and it definitely could cater to some crazy builds in both PvP and PvE, which I've already seen by the time I've put this guide out. So I'm super interested to see what you all come up with. So let me know in the comments below, and share your builds and loadouts and stuff that you use with this new sidearm, so I can try out your builds too. So that's it. Hope this guide helps you out. Remember that these quests will go away at the end of the season, so hurry and get it done. Don't dilly daddle. Until next time, peace.